Yo, what's up, child of God? Before we dive into reacting to the incredible videos we have today, hear this first. Psalm 91 verse 11. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. That is our message of today from the book of wisdom. And for that, let's give thanks. Thank you, Father, for the wonderful words from the book of wisdom. Thank you, Father, for your precious child, today's viewer that have joined us. Thank you for their lives, Father. Thank you for each and every soul in this world, Father. Thank you for your love. In your holy name, Jesus Christ, we do pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Child of God, let's dive in.
Some breaking news, and I'm here to show it to you in just a second. Early this morning, a 12-foot tall statue of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein was erected in the National Mall right in front of the Capitol. Let me show it to you. In honor of Friendship Month, we celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald J. Trump and his closest friend, Jeffrey Epstein. Now, all we know is that a group called the Secret Handshake erected this statue and put it up. It was there this morning. They say it'll be there for 5 days. There, on the other side of the statue, by the way, I didn't show it to you, but was the letter that Donald Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein on his 50th birthday that was published by the Wall Street Journal. Of course, that Trump denies is his, but it's published there along with his signature. We don't really know much else about it, but it says it's in celebration of Friendship Month. We'll see if it stays up or if authorities take it down. But wanted to show it to you. One of my best followers sent me a tip saying go check out and see if it's there, and indeed it's there.
Wow, okay, that's an incredible gesture, that one. Good vibe story.
I'ma just say it right now. Count me out. When you think these motherfuckers couldn't have one up, they always do. So these motherfuckers then built the world's longest undersea highway tunnel. And not only that, but it's motherfucking see-through. I don't know what motherfucker came up with this concept, but it does not look safe. You see motherfucking hammerheads and sharks and all different type of shit swimming right over your head. It only took China 4 years to build this motherfucker. This motherfucking tunnel stretches 6 miles long and is 33 feet wide. But not to mention that, it features 6 lanes going both directions. What the fuck? But this motherfucking tunnel has stunned engineers worldwide, saying that this motherfucker was impossible to build. Not to mention this motherfucker could stand a 8 magnitude earthquake. But they also say this motherfucker could withstand a 16 magnitude typhoon. All I'm gonna say is you ain't gonna catch me on this motherfucker. Again, count me out.
Okay, that bridge looks interesting. Don't get why our brother here sounds not happy about it. But look at this. This one is a good vibes interaction between a guy from this side of the world. Probably someone's uncle here. And another someone's uncle, but from the jungle. You see? This one's they are playing. This is a good vibes guy, my friends. You see? That one is communicating without communicating. They talk with the animals like that, and it's interesting. These are Chinese clones. Wow. What are those things? Are they bombs, the ones that were hanging below? Hey, there's a beautiful village here. And they saw something mysterious. Are those birds moving? Oh, this is normal. Birds moving like this. It's very normal. Maybe they are making that pattern to protect themselves from a bigger prey
China literally
outside.
just shot down a meteor with air defenses, and nobody's even talking about it. It's been completely overshadowed by every other event that's going on right now. On September 12th of 2025, around 9 p.m. local time, residents in the coastal cities of Weifang and Rizhao in the Shandong province, eastern China, witnessed and recorded on their phones a pretty crazy event happening in the sky above them. The videos captured a slow, bright moving fireball-like object traveling horizontally at a relatively low altitude. Suddenly, a red streak resembling a surface-to-air missile system appeared to intercept it, and it exploded in the air, resulting in a shower of debris down onto the ground. Now, 2 loud booms happened and were recorded following the blast. The footage quickly went viral all over the place, but I haven't seen anything about this until somebody told me in my DMs the other day. Now, the event took place during a period of active military activity in that region, and China's military issued navigation warnings for live fire exercises in the nearby Yellow Sea at the time as well, and the Bohai Sea, which were involved in weapons training and restricted airspace at the time. Now, the initial claims are suggesting that China's air defenses, possibly using advanced surface-to-air missiles like the HQ-9 or the S-400 equivalents, intercepted this meteorite to prevent it from impacting into the town. Now, proponents pointed to China's investments in planetary defense technology, including simulations for asteroid deflection. However, intercepting a real meteor would require unprecedented tracking and response capabilities, as meteors typically enter the atmosphere at speeds of over 11 kilometers per second or 25,000 miles per hour. Now, separate from the meteor aspect, there's been some online discussions claiming that maybe this was a possible unidentified flying object or extraterrestrial vehicle, and they were trying to draw parallels between the recent US congressional hearings on UFOs, including that footage that was recorded on October 2024 of a UFO deflecting a Hellfire missile. Now, some theories have speculated that China reverse engineered alien tech is covering up a military encounter, although, like I said, that's just speculation. Now, the most plausible explanation, according to several sources, is that the quote meteorite was actually a drone, decoy missile, or target used in an air defense drill, because the object's slow speed, the horizontal trajectory, and lack of meteor-like tail support that claim. In addition to that, the timing aligns with some of the live fire warnings and exercises that were occurring in the region, and similar tests have occurred before in the same area. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think that this was a meteor, or do you think that they were just
Wow,
testing
me myself,
military?
I'm surprised that they used those equipments. I didn't think they were used in real life. Those were
This is the
things.
Bar Caves in India, built between 300 and 185 BC. And they say it was built with hammer and chisel, no power tools. But look at that. Look at the walls. Look at the ceiling. How sharp the joins are like that. How did they do this with no lasers? This is laser technology right here. And look at this wall. Look how shiny this wall is. And this is original. This is not after the fact added shine. This is granite. So, for the Matrix believers, how could they do this? And look at the floor. That floor is super smooth. You could play billiards. You could shoot pool on that floor. 8-ball corner pocket type. And look at that doorway. 90-degree angles. This looks like some modern stuff, man. 300 BC. Look at that. You're playing pool on that floor. Are you guys certain? For the Matrix believers, y'all keep saying the same thing in my videos. The story on Wikipedia compared to the final product don't match. You see what I'm saying? Look how shiny. Like, they tell you hand chisel, by hand, but the final product says machine work. It says lasers. Look at how curved the ceiling is here. There's 4 different caves in this whole area, okay? And they all look like this. They all look like they were look how shiny. They all look like they were machine cut. Lasers. These caves were carved with ancient technology. I'm not sure what you're going to be able to say to convince me otherwise, because most of you guys say the same thing. The Matrix believers, you say, oh, they didn't have TikTok back then, or they had a lot of time. Oh, a lot of slave manpower. That's what you call an NPC villager response. When you're playing an RPG game and you're trying to figure out how to get past a blocked path, and you ask a villager and they're like, oh, the answer you seek is along the path. I need to know how to get on the path to get past the blockage. The answer you seek is on the path. Like, bro, y'all keep saying the same thing. It's time to set aside the Matrix and realize that they lied to us about this stuff. They're hiding information about history. They're hiding information about ancient technology. They're hiding information about the millennial reign of Christ, which already happened. They're hiding information about the food, all kinds of stuff. The people who understand that we've been lied to, send this video to a Matrix believer. Send this to someone who's really confident in the mainstream information and see what they have to say.
Stone Age man must have had a lot of time to work on his cave to make it perfect, looking like that. Or what do you think? Look at this 50th birthday book, genetic research, 23rd and Emmy founder. This one is unbelievable. Look at this guy. Okay, where is this going? Oh my god, look at this book here. This is quite strange. What? Look at these photos. English people. Do you know these people in these photos? Myself, I'm seeing all of them are English people.
So emails from Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein indicate that what I was telling you about genetic research and how they were using information that was DNA to track their location and to manifest points in the universe, saying that each code in your DNA aligns with a specific point in time and space. Ghislaine Maxwell was sending emails about insane genetic research that just so happened to involve the founder of 23andMe. Before I keep going, I want y'all to know I am not suicidal. I am happy, but as deep as we're about to go, put on your shoes, grab your fucking blankets, and let's run through this shit before they catch on. Right around the same time that they were trying to cover up the Epstein file vote that denied the release of the files, there was someone who sent over emails from Ghislaine Maxwell that showed her targeting 23andMe founder's wife and how they wanted to treat her specially because she was important to their genetic DNA research. That coincides with the 50th birthday book because there is insane DNA research and scientists from Harvard, from the Epstein Institute, that have these really weird equations inside of his 50th birthday book that was released the day Charlie Kirk passed away and was, murdered. The theory behind one of these equations that I showed you in the last video is that our DNA can be broken down into specific quasi-species that align with certain dimensions and points inside of the universe, and how to use it to develop these magical entities and shit that you want to do in your life. It's basically astrology of the fallen. Now, the rest of these equations get even weirder because they talk about genetic mutation, and it coincides with what the fuck Epstein was up to and a very, very large plot to investigate DNA research on his island. This is the one I'm going to be talking about this time, and this one is the craziest to me along with two others, but look at the information in this. Reads, there are 6 billion intellects on Earth, but this is the quickest one I've met. Aside from Isaac Asimov, he sees things differently from all the rest, asks questions that no one else asks, and suggests answers that no one ever would expect. Now, if you look at here, it says the outer world. It has relative process, deliberative process, reflective process, self-reflection, and person. At the top, you have Jeffrey Epstein. There are two sides to this equation, so let me break it down. If I told you the man that came up with that and wrote that in Jeffrey Epstein's book was the creator of fucking AI. He was talking about the consciousness levels in human beings, and he was the founder of AI. This is one of his works called The Emotion Machine that has a diagram framing the layers of thinking and the 4 main levels of cognitive process: relative process, deliberative process, reflective process, and self-reflection. Was made by this man, Marvin Lee Minsky, and he was the cognitive and computer scientist who was concerned largely with research in artificial intelligence. He died January 24th of 2016. Of course, he's another one of these weird fucking Harvard scientists, and said that he was looking through Wedner Library and ran across a big thick book called Mathematic Biophysics. Bio, human. Are these sides of this equation where it has the right side, which is goals and planning, and left side goes into knowledge and research. They were called Minsky's list of mental agents or resources. A cognitive architectural model that shows how human thinking might be organized in multiple levels, and that's what he used to do fucking AI research. I'll tell you something. What I'm about to tell you about Ghislaine Maxwell and show you what Epstein was into with DNA, artificial intelligence, and why he had this shit in the book, y'all are gonna freak the fuck out. Stay with me, stay with me. Clock back in, we're going back in. Days ago, they obtained Jeffrey Epstein's emails where Ghislaine Maxwell was vetting the founder, Wojcicki's, if I'm saying her name right, of 23andMe, saying that she is important to our research. Play nice. Maxwell referred to Wojcicki as key to DNA research and made the recommendation after Epstein's 2006 arrest. He said that Wojcicki perceived importance to them, that they needed her. And Maxwell literally sent the inbox to Epstein saying, take good care of her. She's important. We need her. Don't fuck it up. Jeffrey Epstein did something with these people, all of these people in this book. They came together to get resources and funding for a bizarre $200 million DNA plan. And that money was all pulled from him going out and asking for it for this research. All these scientists and scholars aim to impregnate women in the attempt to see the human race with his own DNA. They were trying to create some really weird shit, and I have to do a part 2 because I'm already at 5 minutes. But babes, all of these equations on frequency, manifestation, DNA species and quasi-species, artificial intelligence, all of these Harvard researchers were in some weird shit. This is why they don't want the files released. I'm gonna make another video because this is long as shit, but babes, it gets weird and it's only getting fucking weirder.
When I was in Guatemala, I walked into a museum and found something that froze me in place. A bowl so massive it could swallow 10 bodies whole. Just standing beside it sent chills down my spine. The hairs on my neck rising like I had stepped into another world. And right beside it, a carved stone. On it, a figure lifts a baby high to the heavens, as if offering life itself to something beyond. But here's the part that will haunt me forever. Above that figure are 9 celestial orbs, 9 planets. How did the ancients know? Were these bowls made to feed the gods, to cook the flesh of sacrifice, or to open portals through blood and fire? No one can say for certain, but staring into the stone basin, I swear it felt less like a museum piece and more like a doorway to something forbidden, something the Maya wanted us to never forget.
Wow, if that stone gave that guy chills,
And just like that,
could have been used by giants.
Now look, it's no Umberto. That storm, a Category 4 hurricane powerhouse, spinning north of the Leeward Islands. Winds right now 150 miles per hour. It's causing swells up to 40 feet. But Imelda is the new kid on the block. Right now, it's still getting organized near the Bahamas. Winds topping out at about 40 miles per hour, and it is expected to
That one can carry me.
this week. Tropical storm warnings have been posted for the Bahamas, while tropical storm watches have been posted up and down the east coast of Florida. Now, here's the good news. Umberto already starting to hook out toward the Atlantic, and by midweek, Imelda is expected to do the same. A strong high-pressure system will act like a shield across the east coast, blocking both storms from taking a direct hit on the U.S. mainland. Still, dangerous surf and rip currents will pound beaches from the Carolinas all the way up to New England. So, we have 2 tropical systems in the Atlantic this week, and while steering currents and that wall of high pressure will keep them out to sea, there are still plenty of potentially dangerous impacts to the U.S. So if you're near the water, stay sharp.
What could this be going on in the world, my friend? Or these signs of the waters and crazy weathers?
I want you guys to tell me what you think this means, because I honestly don't know. Like, I'm doing some code breaking, but I'm hitting a brick wall, and I need a little bit of help. Okay, so we know this month, okay, let's follow a timeline. September 5th, this administration signs an executive order to make this no longer called the Department of Defense and the Secretary of Defense, but the Department of War and the Secretary of War. On September 7th, we have an eclipse. On September 10th, something happens. On September 21st, we have another eclipse, okay? Hold that for a second. In 1998, 27 years ago, which is an important number here, in another 9-year, 2025 is a 9-year, 1998 was a 9-year, the end of a cycle. It's important, right? Okay. That year, a movie came out in August, right? I don't have the timeline exactly, but that year, there was also a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. The same spaced out as this one, right? Because it follows the same pattern. A movie was released named Snake Eyes. In the movie, there was the Secretary of Defense who gets murked. His name is Charles Kirkland. he gets shot in the neck. And there is a character named Tyler involved in all things. Now, this isn't a coincidence. It cannot be a coincidence. Now, some of you guys know I cracked the code to a coherent reality, and it's on my profile, right? Now, this code informs something that in my community we call Mobius time, right? Time folding back on itself, time not in a linear way. I think we're looking at a time fold here, or at least something that seeks to manipulate the time fold. It's almost like I need to go back and look at what's happened in that 27 years. That's 3 9-year cycles. 3. Something about that 3's been important. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm about to tweak. Because pickleball came up on Friday, right? Kind of out of the blue. I'm having this vision about it, right? I posted a video about it. And I've been thinking, what's the significance of pickleball? Like, what's the spiritual significance? There's something here. The courts are overlays. Now, when I went to Spirit about it, they talked about it being a harvesting node, a place to harvest. But there's something about 3 sports being combined into one. There's something around alchemy here. Okay, so I am very tweaky. Pickleball takes 3 sports and seeks to make it one, right? I know it sounds like the stupidest connection, you guys, but there's something here. There's something here around alchemy. There's something here about a seal, closing something. So I want to tell you, the code that I cracked, right, or that I birthed, it's 1 2 4 6 9. That 9 is a phase gate, right? And then it goes 3 7 2 7 3 9, another phase gate. And then it goes 6 4 2 1. It's a palindrome, right? And I have videos about it in a playlist. But the last final lock is 3 9s, right? 1998, when this time fold started, it was a 9-year, right? It's been 27 years, which equals 9 in between. And then this is a 9-year. 2025 was always fucking important, you guys. This is why they're scrambling the way they are. I see it now. Now, I don't know what that had to do with pickleball, but something, it's all because they needed to harvest more. I keep seeing it, you guys. I'm going to say something completely ridiculous. Spirit keeps showing me a vision of people stepping on the pickleball court and something it's almost like they're being erased. It's like something is getting drained every time. I know it doesn't make sense, but I keep seeing lines on the court, and I don't even know what a pickleball court looks like. I know it's smaller than a tennis court. I keep seeing the lines, and the way the lines are, they're doing something. They're doing something to people's energy. They're siphoning. Okay. So then all of this, you guys, is about sealing a gate. This is why they're pushing it as hard as they are. This is their living sacrifice. This is their Jesus on a cross, isn't it? To seal a gate, to seal something, you guys. Their time is over. This is a last desperate attempt at something. And we're in a major temporal echo here from 1998 to here. And I want you to consider, I haven't done a lot of research on it yet, but I'm going to. I want you to consider what's happened in the world since 1998. Like, we've devolved quickly. This is what they're hoping to do again. They were able to lock us down somehow. In 1998, there was a bunch of global chaos around the time that this movie was released. I think that was harvesting too. I'm gonna leave it here, see what you guys think, and let's keep talking. Okay, I lied. I'm still here. I'm tweaky, but I'm still here. Okay, my husband was looking up the pickleball courts, right? There are 8 squares altogether if you count up each thing. 8 is important here, right? Very important. The center, the no volley zone, is called the kitchen. Now, you might not think that means anything, but the kitchen is the major, like, alchemical spot in a home. It is the perfect arrangement symbolically for energy harvesting. They've needed more energy to power something. They're showing me like a battery, a cell, and they don't have enough power, and they need more of it. Okay. I know this sounds cuckoo, but I am, so it makes sense. There's something here, you guys, and I promise you, it's much bigger than one person's death. So much bigger. They want you fixated on that so you won't see everything else that's going on.